this morning. I decided that today would be a good day to do some baking. But when I looked in the cupboard, I found that I hadn't got all of the ingredients I needed. Have you done some baking recently? Perhaps with mummy or daddy, or all by yourself? Did you have enough flour and yeast and oil? I know some folks have had a job to buy everything that they need. The shops have been doing a really good job at making sure their shelves are well stocked, but it hasn't always been possible. Oh, we're almost there. Anyway, I found enough ingredients in my cupboard to make flatbread, a bit like pizza dough. So here I am. Let's give it a little bit of a knead. Mix it up. Okay, let's put some flour on the table and see how we go with doing this. This is my favourite bit, the kneading. Wonderful. Flour, oil, some yeast, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt. Do you know what? This reminds me of a story from the Bible. A story in the Old Testament, in fact, about a man named Elijah. He was one of God's prophets. God often spoke to Elijah and sent him on long journeys with messages to God's people. Hold on one moment. I'll read you the story. Elijah meets a poor woman. It was a long journey. The ground was so hard and dry that all the crops had withered. Elijah felt hungry and thirsty when at last he arrived at a small village near the sea. A poor woman came along, gathering sticks. "Please could you bring me a drink of water?" Elijah asked. As the woman turned to fetch some water, he called after her, "Could you bring me a piece of bread too? I'm so hungry." The woman stopped. She was almost as poorly dressed as Elijah, and he could tell that it was a long time since she had eaten a proper meal. "I've not a scrap of food in the house," she said, "and that's the truth. All I've got is a handful of flour at the bottom of the barrel and a drop of oil. I'm gathering sticks to light a fire so that I can bake a pancake for my little son and myself. That's all we've got to eat, and then we'll have to starve." "Don't be afraid," Elijah said. "Go and make your pancake, but make me a small scone first. God will look after you and your son until it starts to rain, and there'll always be flour in your barrel and oil in your jar." The woman hurried home. Soon she rushed back to Elijah. "Here's your scone, sir, and it's true. My barrel's full of flour. Come and stay in our house now." So Elijah stayed in the woman's house, and there was always enough to eat, even though it didn't rain at all. Isn't that amazing? The woman only had a handful of flour and a drop of oil, and yet she was willing to trust Elijah and trust God and share what little she had. I wonder, would you be willing to share with others your last meal? Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for the example of the woman in our story. She trusted you and fed Elijah with all she had left. Help us to share what we have and to trust that you will provide for us at all times. Amen. Right, I'd better get back to my bread making. Next time you're near my house, pop in and I'll share some with you.